Rosie.
Hi, Luce.
If you can just start off by explaining who you are and what your role is at Circus Funtasia.
So I am Rosey, and I'm an aerialist at Circus Funtasia. So I do an aerial rope act this year.
Typically, most people in the circus are born into it, but we know that that's not the case for you. Mm-hmm. Can you explain to us your situation, how you joined the circus?
Yeah. So growing up, I was really into performing and dance, and I was working as a dance teacher in my early 20s. But I also really loved traveling. So I was trying to find something that sort of combined the two things together. And I ended up joining a traveling circus school, which I did for 5 months. And from the back of that, I ended up working just front of house for a traveling circus. I was just in the box office, and then literally overnight, one of the dancers left and said, "Rosie, you're in the ring tomorrow." So I managed to work in the ring as a dancer and as a knife thrower's assistant overnight. And then from there, just sort of gradually progressed and learned more things and just kind of got thrown into learning more and more, which brought me to Funtasia, where I learned the acts that I do now.
And how did it, so you say that it was a gradual process for you to do what you do now, but how did you know that, because now what you're doing is the aerial rope.
Yeah.
How did you know that that is what you wanted to do in the circus?
It was a case of trying a few different things. I just knew I loved performing, and I didn't have the patience to learn to juggle or hula hoop, because those are skills that you have to spend years and years and years practicing, which I just don't have the patience for. Whereas with aerial, it hurts and it's painful, but you can possibly, maybe it's a case of learning it a bit quicker. But and just trying different things, really, and like you get a bit of a thrill from it, and yeah.
Nice. So since you weren't born into the circus, and this was a choice and a decision that you made, was there anyone in your life at the time that tried to maybe talk you out of joining the circus?
I've been really, really lucky. My family is super supportive. I sort of grew up very normally, as you'd say. My parents were both nurses, and then they were both school teachers. But they always they love it. They've absolutely loved it from the start, and they've really supported me. So I've been really, really lucky. I feel bad because with this lifestyle, I miss out on a lot of my friends' stuff. Sort of, we're touring 8 months of the year, and you can't just leave to go and see people that easily. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a job. But everyone's always been really supportive about it. I can't complain.
And that kind of leads me into my next question, really. I was going to ask you, what's the worst bit about touring with the circus, and is it leaving your family and friends behind?
Yeah, it's really weird because you gain a new family, and like I'm on the road with people I love all the time, and I've got all my family and my friends here, but then I did have a life before, which I really miss out on, like their weddings and babies, and miss out on all the things happening in their lives. And that's really, really hard, but I'm part of this team that I can't let down. And, it's like a clock. If there's one thing missing in the circus, it really affects everyone. And it's just like, it really is a teamwork game. But yeah, that's the hardest thing, is missing out on all those other bits.
And you feel like you're being pulled both ways.
Yeah.
Circus, but still kind of, you have your roots at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so your final question, I would like to know what your ambitions are for the future.
Get through the season without any injuries. That's always a good one. I don't know, just keep going. This is a new act for me this year, so that was a bit of a goal for me last year. So I just want to keep working at that. I want to feel really solid with it. Just keep enjoying it. And I'd like to, at the moment I'm doing it quite seriously, my aerial rope act, and I would quite like to turn it into a comedy aerial rope act. Maybe one day.
Lovely. We can't wait to see that.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Rosie.
Bye.
Bye.